Today, we're breaking down what we know so far about a really tragic shooting that just happened in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We're going to stick to the initial confirmed facts as they've come out.
You know, sometimes a few words just say it all. Gunfire rang out. That's the line from the first reports that just stops you in your tracks. It's so abrupt, and it tells you everything about how a normal day was just completely shattered in an instant.
And think about where this happened. We're talking about a high school hockey game on a Monday afternoon. I mean, it doesn't get more normal than that, right? This wasn't some isolated place. This was right in the middle of the community, where families and kids were supposed to be safe.
Okay, so let's get into what we actually know happened. We're going to break down the core facts that were confirmed right after the incident. So one of the first things that came out was this. The suspected shooter is dead. The initial report said that the person took their own life right there at the scene. And it wasn't just the shooter. We also learned that 4 other people were injured in the attack. So right away, the picture of how serious this was, it was starting to become a lot clearer.
All right, let's put all the pieces together. The location? An ice rink in Pawtucket. What was going on? A high school hockey game. Coventry versus Blackstone Valley. It all went down just before 2 p.m. on a Monday. These are those hard, concrete facts that just ground this whole terrible event in reality.
But you know, it's not just about the numbers. The first reports really started to paint a gut-wrenching picture of the human cost of all this.
Can you even imagine the panic? The second those shots were fired, kids started running from the rink, absolutely terrified. They were trying to hide in a Walgreens nearby. I mean, that one detail, it tells you everything you need to know about the chaos and the fear that just took over.
And then came the news that everyone dreads. The mayor's office confirmed it. A young girl was killed in the attack. It's just heartbreaking. There's no other word for it.
So as all this was happening, of course, authorities and officials started to respond. Let's take a look at what they were saying.
Rhode Island's governor, Daniel McKee, he was one of the first officials to make a statement. He wanted everyone to know his office was on it, working with law enforcement, and he sent out this message of support to the entire Pawtucket community.
The main message coming from all the officials was basically, we have this under control. They made it clear the scene was secure and the investigation was starting. And they said, a police news conference would be coming soon to give everyone more details.
Okay, so with any breaking story like this, there are always a ton of questions, right? The first reports give us a lot, but they also leave a lot out. So, what were the biggest things we still didn't know?
Well, for starters, how were those 4 injured people doing? We had no idea about their condition. And who was the shooter? Was it a student? We didn't know that either. And then there's the biggest question of all. Why? What was the motive? That was a total mystery. So you hear all these facts and figures, and it leaves you with something bigger. After the shock starts to fade, the community of Pawtucket is left to pick up the pieces. And that really brings up the toughest question, doesn't it? How does a community even begin to heal after something like this? That's a question that goes so much deeper than any news report, and it really points to the long, hard road they have ahead.